If you want to do something, put your mind to it. Focus on that one thing. Don't worry about everybody else trying to distract you and keep you far from your dreams, because it's a lot of haters out there and they're going to try to keep you away from your dreams. But don't listen to them. Just focus on what you're trying to do, and I promise you, you're going to get it if you work hard at it and you keep God first. My plans for the future, I did produce on some of the album, and I produced on Lil O's album as well. I give a shout out to you, Lil O, what's up? And I do plan on producing, and I plan on, in the future, hopefully getting my own record company and my own production company, and managing like my dad. He manages us and he does a great job. I love you, Dad.
Let me tell you something about life. Unfortunately, you aren't doing something right if you don't have haters. And it truly doesn't matter how much work, dedication, and strive you put into your artistry, somebody won't be fond of you or will try to discredit what you put into it. But when it comes to Beyonce, no matter how much you can try and find something wrong with her artistry or character she displays, you sincerely cannot pinpoint something to dislike. You can merely just say she's overrated. And even as an insult, it's a compliment. Imagine how much of a spectacular artist you are for someone to instead say that the public values you too much. They value you too much. You're hyped as an artist, not you're bad, but you're too hyped. I don't know about y'all, but if you calling me overrated without saying I can't sing, dance, perform, or act, then that's a compliment. Beyonce, just like Michael Jackson, although there will never ever be an artist like MJ, Beyonce is an artist that is a manifestation in the purest form, meaning from the moment she was a child to the position she is in now, she foreseen her future. Like many other artists, Beyonce is extremely talented vocally. From the moment her dance instructor heard her sing for the first time as a child, that was the start of Beyonce's evolution into a star. When I compare Michael and Beyonce, I'm not comparing their artistry because they shine in ways that can never be duplicated. They are individually talented. I'm comparing their God-given talents and their ability to manifest their talents from a young age. When you're a child, you naturally have a spark in you, a fire that isn't so easily dimmed by life's looming aura or the judgments of the people around you. You feel like you can do anything and everything because you don't have the feelings of self-doubt. That yes I can screams louder than the no you can't. What Beyonce has is a natural gift that a lot of people don't fully take into fruition. There are multiple things that help Beyonce manifest success. Yes, it's talent, but contrary to popular belief, talent isn't enough to become a one-of-a-kind artist. One of the things that helped Beyonce was her parents. Beyonce had an idea on what she wanted to become, and her parents did something that left a forever spark in her. They believed in her. Beyonce's parents allowed her to dream of becoming a star, and they supported her, entering her in talent shows, music magnet schools, church choirs. Y'all, please take your kids back to church, and would allow her to audition for music groups to further enlighten her dream. They never once told her she couldn't do it. They didn't say it was far-fetched. They slowly fed into her ambition to want to be a star. And one of the major influences is her father. Whether people like him or not, he played a vital role into creating Beyonce into a star. He worked his corporate job and quit to manage her first ever girls group, Girls Time. They had to downsize from their house into apartments just to give his full attention into making this dream happen, because it's not about Beyonce seeing the talent in herself, it's also about her parents feeding into it, and that's exactly what they did. They had a lot of highs and lows, hopes that got pushed and pulled before they even made it. They sacrificed time, effort, and money into seeing the bigger picture beyond what they had in the moment. B and Kelly didn't exactly have a full childhood because they were working, and that's what helps play into Beyonce's work ethic. Beyonce has a natural drive for details and perfection because she's been a performer since she was a child. Matthew knew what it cost and made sure to instill it in his daughters at a young age. Perfection doesn't just happen, practice makes perfection, and effort creates stability.
Really care if Teresa's here. See the price you're paying for going swimming the other day? They can't hit that song today. They can't do it today? Yeah, they're horse.
These home videos and audition tapes exist for a reason. If you want it, you work for it, and Matthew saw it, and the stakes it takes to bring black girls into the hierarchy of superstardom meant mediocrity wasn't an option. This was in the 90s when artist development was very much prominent. Nobody was gonna check for you if you couldn't hold a note or impress with your dance moves. You had to have something in order to stand out and actually make it. You had to be a star before you were a star. He worked them girls to eat, sleep, and breathe their dreams.
I remember them rehearsing countless hours and just being like, when are they gonna stop? It was a job to them, and they were only 9 years old. 9-year-olds are supposed to be on pony rides and stuff.
This boot camp, it went 3 months in the summer, and it was just continual artist development.
It was like, I see y'all's potential, I see y'all's hunger, and I'm gonna work with that.
I would jog with them in the morning, and they would sing while they were jogging to just build up their stamina.
And Beyonce, already knowing her goal in life, embraced this. Her work ethic is talked about by everybody, from every celebrity, choreographer, talk show host. Anybody who's ever worked with Beyonce has spoken about her ability to get things done. Her drive to make sure everything is perfect and presentable and see beyond what is considered hard or impossible.
That good.
Yes. I mean, that's how we grow
Naturally, but also work ethic, driven
Yes.
and work ethic. That has to.
Yes.
I mean, you're driven too, but I'm just saying that
hers
energy.
Hers is different. I
It's
mean,
different, right?
It's different. It's like another whole beast. Like, and it's so funny because her being that focused in that space made me come up in another space that I'm just as excited about in. So I'm like, oh, I have to pay attention to that much detail. I watch the way she works. It's so incredibly intricate. It's something that you're born with. You either have it or you don't.
Yeah.
And it's a really dope focus, and it's one of the many reasons that makes her so fucking dope.
A lot of people work hard, and there's always a level that exceeds that, and that's what makes Beyonce unique as an artist, because we see her drive, and what drives her is her passion for music. It goes hand in hand, and a lot of people say Beyonce thinks she's perfect or she tries too hard for perfection, but why is that a problem? Isn't that what we want from an artist? The level of judgment is why we complain about artists today, because not everyone truly embraces their craft to the level she does. It may sound like I'm boasting her up, but this woman's entire career has been built on effort. I don't have anything bad to say because she never presented anything lackluster to her fans. Like I said it before about Matthew taking those home videos of them rehearsing and practicing and critiquing their movements and notes, it has become a second mindset to her. She wants to practice. She puts in the 15-16 hour days for rehearsing and perfecting her moves, not just for the video, but for her live performances.
Let's start it over. I'm sorry, y'all. It's really got me stressed out. That don't look good. The angles and the lighting is not pretty as a whole.
I mean, that would be good if they had one of those where they was all beautiful.
Play it again.
But I'm learning so much, and I'm making mistakes, and I'm learning from them, and I'm not afraid to make a mistake. I embrace mistakes. They make you who you are. I've never been afraid to fall, so.
The thing about passion is nobody forces you to do it. Nobody has to egg you on to put in the effort into your craft. Look at this video. This is one of her performances where Beyonce is Beyonce, even beyond her mistakes. She doesn't miss. Her Super Bowl performance is a clear example of this, because even in the midst of a tiny misstep, we can acknowledge her abilities to, in that moment, to quickly hit those moves in the exact timing of her dancers. It's practice that gives her the ammunition to catch the beat. It's what makes it one of my favorite performances, because even the best makes mistakes. But even in a mistake, it doesn't throw her off. Her recovery was flawless. Beyonce is a beast when it comes to the art of performing and manifesting her vision for what she does on stage. She is very involved in all aspects of her show, from having to watch and critique her rehearsals from as a child till now. Her ability to actually critique herself and pinpoint where she went wrong and how things could be better, her attention to detailing, and the vision for how something is supposed to look like. It's one of the many reasons why Coachella became Beychella. Oh my gosh, guys, I wish with all my heart. I wish I was at Beychella. Y'all don't understand, because that itself was a performance of a lifetime to be there and witness. One thing I do recall was the mini outrage on Twitter when Beyonce postponed her performance and we found out it was the same set list. So many people were confused on what was going to be the outcome. Like, what is Beyonce going to do? And Beyonce did motherfucking Beyonce. Although the setlist was reused, she is so creative when it comes to reestablishing herself as a performer. Nothing was the same. Her idea to create an HBCU experience at one of the whitest events was stellar. And guess what? She did it right after giving birth to twins. I don't know about y'all, but that's a lot to put on your body, and Beyonce said herself she would never ever push her body that hard again. But seeing the reactions and the reviews and the feelings of accomplishment I'm sure she got from it is a dopamine experience that I don't think anybody will ever understand. It's a rush, and 8 months of work to put in for 2 hours of performing solidifies her status as a legend. Giving birth to 2 beautiful twins came at a cost. with her mind and her body. She had to reconnect the two in the midst of becoming a new mom while pulling together ideas for the show. She revealed that she suffered from high blood pressure, toxemia, and preeclampsia, and went on a strict diet with no carbs, meat, dairy, and alcohol to regain her physique for rehearsals. Do you guys not see how much of a sacrifice that is? She went from extensive trials for almost a year just for Coachella, for her fans, while also having a creative hand in the mix. Beyonce, as we know, never went to college, but she stated that she would have went to an HBCU if she did go. Jaquel Knight, one of Beyonce's choreographers, openly spoke about his experience spending months on the Homecoming project and the effort Beyonce put into creating this experience.
You know, that was a thing that Beyonce kind of woke up with one day and was like, yo, let's do this Homecoming experience. You know, the research behind it, you know, we went back and watched, you know, football games. You watch homecomings, so many probates. We watched fraternities in the club. We watched sororities. We've watched a load of just Black college experiences, and that kind of got in the mindset of creating the right energy. I wish I could count the hours, you know, that went into it, you know, but we worked for like 5 to 6 months on it. Working with B during the rehearsal process is like, it's kind of an out-of-body experience. You know, people don't understand the amount of effort. Her work ethic is out of this world. And it's never just one thing. You know, when we're creating choreography, it's okay, boom, where's wardrobe at? You know, bring them in so they can see what the choreography is. Okay, boom, where are we on the stage? You know, let's make sure lighting knows how to light this. Boom, where are the cameras? Okay, let's look at this camera and then do this. You know, we're always thinking of every single piece of the puzzle. So just to see that her mind understands every part of putting a show together, and she remembers, and she know all of her marks, and she know all of her lyrics and how she's going to sing everything. You know, she's really in there getting it, you know, asking questions. You're doing it 100 times, you know. So we spend a lot of time in the dance studio making sure that these things come off feeling like nothing.
Beyonce is very hands-on with the creative parts of this show. She isn't just performing, she directs, she handpicks, she's the creative, she plays a vital role in everything she does, so Homecoming was just another one of her many projects that easily became one of her best performances. Putting in time to actually catch the vibe of Homecoming in order to properly execute the HBCU culture, because she did it for the culture, and that's what makes her the queen. Imagine being the first Black woman in Coachella history to headline, and she single-handedly got it renamed for her in her honor. That, ladies and gents, is Black excellence. Every performance Beyonce does is highly celebrated, not just from regular people, but from celebrities. Beyonce is a celebrity's celebrity. That is not really easy to achieve. Everybody anticipates what she's gonna do next because her career is an era of its own. She tapped into different elements of herself and executed her element differently from the next. That's the passion that drives her, the willingness to not be content and push for more.
I'm competitive really with myself.
Right.
Honestly, like every time I start an album, I go and watch all of my performances and I try to figure out, okay, what is it that I could have done better or what worked? And really my references, I go back to myself and trying to better myself. So I'm really tough on me more so than anyone else. I'm not a competitive person that walks in thinking about other people and how I can compete with them.
It's the idea of her legendary status that makes her one of a kind. That idea has been Beyonce's manifestation since she was a child. Her vision to see beyond the now isn't what many people have in them. The passion speaks for itself. That's why her current Renaissance tour is highly anticipated and talked about, because we know that she will excel from her previous year and introduce a new version of her performance that will top the last one. Beyonce is a living legend that was able to nurture and grow the idea of herself that is God's gift to her, and she is the purest form of manifestation. Thank you guys for tuning in, and comment down below. Make sure you like and subscribe. Toodles!